Hi everyone, it's Margaret here with 60andme. I want to start this video by telling you how grateful I am for you. I am so grateful for your love, for your support, and I just want you to know that because I do believe in the power of gratitude. I believe that having an attitude of gratitude is a powerful force in our lives for good and for happiness. And it sounds like such a simple thing and a sort of trite thing in a way, like, oh yes, of course I'm grateful for this and this. But when you go deeper with the concept of gratitude, you really do start to uncover something which is powerful. And I know we live our lives sort of just day to day, and we don't stop to think sometimes about the things that we really appreciate, the things that we couldn't live without. And I think just infusing your being with an attitude of gratitude and a sense of abundance is so important. Now, if I ask you right now, what are you grateful for? If the answer comes quickly, that's great. You know what the things that you're grateful for, but I can guarantee that probably most of you started like I do. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for my good health. I'm grateful for, the abundance I have in my life. Those are probably those first few things that come up. Then when you go a little bit deeper, or you ask why you're grateful for those things, then you start to get into interesting territory. Then it becomes more powerful. So this article by Sin Meyer inspired me to do this video because she wrote this 4 reasons why you need to practice gratitude regularly. And when I say regularly, I mean like all the time. I think that she touches on 4 different things that are specifically of value. Now, we all want to live a happy life and be grateful for our health and grateful for the good fortune that we've had in our lives to be in this world at this time. It's amazing. But the 4 things that she talks about are very specific. The first thing is relationships. That when you take the time to tell someone that you are grateful for them, it just turns things around. It just makes it better. It makes it deeper. It gives you a point of kind of connection that you just wouldn't have if you just took them for granted. And so I think so many people do that in relationships. We actually don't recognize how grateful we truly are for those people and workmates and friends that we have. One thing that's really, I think, powerful with gratitude is how you act on it. And for example, for relationships, even just sending a text message, just thinking about you and sending my love, just thinking about you and appreciate how amazing a friend you are, how much I treasure you in my life. Just send that. It doesn't have to have any reason. It's not their birthday or some it's a special day. It's just because you love them and you appreciate them. Do a little heart. Just send a heart. It's just that gesture of being present in their lives. And another thing that I started doing was telling people why I appreciate them. I appreciate you because you inspire me to be strong, that you didn't give up on whatever, that you survived a situation that was tough. I appreciate you because you're a kind person and you've always been there for me, whatever. But go deeper or even be specific about the specific thing. Like, I just want to let you know what a special friend you are when we went on that trip together and, I broke my ankle and you did this, and it's like, well, whatever. I just made that up, by the way. But, it's just like, if you can be very specific, then the gratitude that for that person is made real, and it's actually then transmuted and transformed into something amazing. Another thing that she talks about in terms of other than relationships being impacted positively by an attitude of gratitude is sleep. Gratitude can help you sleep and exercise. She lists a couple of really cool research projects here, which I'll refer to. One of them there was one that was like 400 people were tested on how gratitude influences what they called pre-sleep cognition. And this is basically that when you go to sleep with just that reflecting, it's like a prayer, it's like a thank you for the world and gratitude for the things in your life that are precious to you, that somehow that does something to your brain and it actually helps you to have a deeper sleep that's obviously healthier for you in terms of rebuilding your cells in your brain and whatever else happens the magic that happens when you're asleep. I mean, there is magic that happens, and gratitude helps. Also, another study was where they give people a journal, and they ask them to write a gratitude journal every night for some period of time, for a few weeks. And they found that the people that did the gratitude journal actually exercised more, that it encouraged them to get out and exercise. Now, okay, I'm not talking about cardio or doing, big exercise. I'm just saying walking more. Just it made them energized, and that probably had something to do with the sleep, because when you exercise, you obviously are doing goodness for your heart. You're getting the blood moving through your body. And one thing that I wanted to mention was in terms of sleep, because a lot of people deal with challenges around it. There's some tips to think about, and I was just doing some research and found that things like getting 2 hours of sunlight every day, and if you don't get any sunlight where you are, then maybe get one of those lamps, like the sun lamps that create artificial sun. But sunlight is so important. Second thing is to not have any blue light on your face and your eyes 2 hours before you go to sleep. Now I'm really bad at this, because this means that you don't have your computer on 2 hours before you sleep. That's one idea, just a thought. Be consistent with your sleeping. Go to bed around the same time, wake up around the same time, and be consistent with your sleep habits. That apparently is very good for your health as well. Don't eat before you sleep. Cozy up your bedroom, paint it a nice serene color, or take a hot bath. Those are just some of the things you can do to get a good night's sleep. And good night's sleep means combined with having a gratitude about those things. Like, I'm grateful that I have a bath. I'm grateful that I feel comfortable enough to do this. That's the thing that makes your sleep perfect and healthy. The next thing is that gratitude in general boosts your physical health. The research is that it helps with your cardiac health, your heart. Of course, it gets better sleep, gets you through the night with better immune system. It strengthens your life relationships, and that actually has an impact on your well-being and longevity. And I'm sure that you've all read the research on these blue countries where people live to be over 100. And they found, traditionally, and they found that one of the key factors is that they have great relationships with family and friends. That having strong relationships is the key to longevity. That's the stress that's caused by the production of cortisol and other things. I think she even mentions cortisol in this article. That it's really an important one. She talks about actually there's a physical health and there's mental health. And mental health is where your mental health is like hormonal. And if you don't take care of yourself and feel good about your life and happy, then your cortisol levels go, this, and then the cortisol increases stress, and that's the extra fat, which then causes more stress, and it just goes on and on. But gratitude can improve your physical health and your mental health. Trust me on this. Blood pressure, sugar, insulin control, all those things are impacted by exercise and good sleep and good relationships and calm practices in your life. And it all goes back. How does gratitude relate? Well, this is where the article is just highlighting that gratitude puts you in that frame of mind, which makes these other things just more important to you. Just having a healthy body and a healthy life because you're so grateful for it and you just act on it. Some tactics, well, make a journal. That's a great way to do it. I actually can't write it down, but I record it. And recording is one way that you can do this. You've got voice messaging on your phone now and on your technology. And just make sure that you keep track of your gratitude, like what you're grateful for. And as she says, don't just write words like I'm grateful for my family, for this at a high level. Go deeper. I'm grateful for, and be grateful for depth over breadth. You may come up with 100 things that you're grateful for, but what are the 10 things that you can go deep with in explaining why you're grateful about that? Because it's when you get to that deep place, that's when the magic really does happen. That's when you can actually start to see the relationships, why they're so perfect and important for you. Another thing she talks about is appreciating people, not possessions. So if you're doing your journal or you're writing about what you are grateful for, focus on the people that you're grateful for, rather than I'm grateful for my car, I'm grateful for my, even for your house. These things, people that have been through disasters and fires and whatever, never say I'm grateful for my house. It's always I'm grateful for my life, that I made it through, grateful, that I lived. And that's, I think, really super important. And then the other thing that she mentions, I'm going to mention this last actually, is try subtraction, not addition, when you're doing your journal or your list. In other words, instead of saying, I'm grateful for having this and this, say, imagine what your life would be like without it. I think that's pretty powerful. Imagine what that thing or that person would be without, if you didn't have it in your life. I think it's really amazing statement and exercise. I hope that you take it up. I mean, do you practice gratitude in your life? How do you do that? And if you could just name one or two things that you're grateful for and then why, I think that's a useful exercise. Have a really wonderful, grateful day. Be grateful for your life and for your world and for the people that mean so much to you and by your side on this journey. But please take very good care of yourselves and know that you are loved. And I'm very, very grateful for you. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye for now.